The sun is resting on the glass. The day is almost gone. I turn the key and let the evening on. Across the dashboard, long shadows underneath the trees. The city moves a little slower as the heat gives way to breeze. I pull the door and check the mirrors. One last glow behind the roofs. The radio comes in softly like it knows what I should do. No need to hurry toward the car beyond the curb and let the road decide the mood. The signal changes red to green. The world turns cold in front of me. One quiet breath, one open lane. I lead the way inside the day. I'm driving into the amber, where the sky meets the road, letting all the hours behind me fade in the rearview glow. I'm driving into the amber, with the windows open low. Every mile feels a little lighter the farther I slowly go. No race, no plan, no answer, just the evening taking hold. I start the engine and drive into the gold. Streetlights wake along the avenue. Storefronts shine against the blue. The last sunlight runs beside me, then disappears from view. A line of clouds turns rose and silver. The horizon opens wide. I keep both hands upon the wheel and let the silence ride. The day was louder than I wanted, full of words I couldn't keep. But here between the lanes and sunset, everything can finally breathe. The building's thin, the traffic clears, the road grows calm, the sky comes near. One steady sound beneath my hands. The evening says you'll understand. I'm driving into the amber, where the sky meets the road, letting all the hours behind me fade in the rearview glow. I'm driving into the amber, with the windows open low. Every mile feels a little lighter the farther I slowly go. No race, no plan, no answer, just the evening taking hold. I start the engine and drive into the gold. Maybe I don't need a destination, maybe motion is enough. The road can hold what I've been carrying until it doesn't feel so much. The sun slips down behind the distance. Night begins along the lines, and somewhere between day and darkness, I begin to feel like mine. And I keep going into the amber, into the cold. One quiet road, and nowhere I have to be. Just a little lower. Let the evening in. The glass moves down an inch or two, and suddenly the air feels new, cool against my tired face, like the day is given space. A loose strand lifts across my cheek, my sleeve begins to move with me. The city hums beyond the door, but it doesn't press so hard anymore. I breathe in trees and cool in stone. The streets I passed without a thought. All the little things return when the air comes through the car. I don't need to leave it all, I only need a little room. One breath moving through the car, and something heavy starts to loosen. I let the air in and let the noise go. A little wind through the open window, running through my hair, cooling down my thoughts, taking what I carried and scattering it off. I let the air in, the road feels wide again. Nothing has to change tonight, I only have to breathe. I lower down the window, and the evening enters me. Let it in, let it move, carry one more heavy thought away. The traffic rolls in silver lines, I keep an easy pace this time. A paper receipt beside the gear lifts and settles with the air. The radio is playing low, the wind fills every empty note. Street trees bend and disappear, their green scent following me here. My fingers loosen on the wheel, my shoulders drop without a word. The road is still the same old road, but I feel lighter than before. I don't need a farther place, I only need this moving air. One small opening in the glass, and there is room for me in here. I let the air in and let the noise go. A little wind through the open window, running through my hair, cooling down my thoughts, taking what I carried and scattering it off. I let the air in, the road feels wide again. Nothing has to change tonight, I only have to breathe. I lower down the window, and the evening enters me. Maybe freedom isn't distance, maybe it can start this small. A sleeve that flutters at my wrist, a cooler shadow on the wall. Maybe peace is not a silence, but the sound of moving air mixing with the tires and music, until everything feels clear. I had been holding all day long, more than I could name. Then the wind came through the window and carried some of it away. I let the air in and let the whole day go. A little wind and I knew every word. I was halfway down the avenue, thinking about nothing at all. The traffic moved in patient rows, red lights painted on the road. I turned the dial without a plan, past weather talking late day news. Then one familiar chord appeared, like someone opening a room. Before the drums had settled in, before the melody could rise, that first line filled the quiet car and changed the color of the drive. My fingers found the steering wheel beat, my shoulders loosened with the sound. An ordinary street became the only place I wanted now. When the first line plays, the whole car comes alive. Every window holds a movie, every lane begins to shine. When the first line plays, I remember every word, and the road beneath the headlights feels like somewhere in the song. I was only driving home, then the music changed the way. The whole evening moved around me when the first line played. The bass came warm beneath the seats, the snare fell perfectly in time. I sang the second verse too early, then laughed and waited for the line. A bus rolled past, a cyclist turned, the city carried on outside. But in the little world around me, everything had synchronized. I knew the pause before the chorus, knew the breath before the phrase. Still it felt brand new inside the car, like hearing it for the first day. My hand tapped softly near the gear, my voice grew louder at the light. The road had not become less crowded, still the drive felt open wide. When the first line plays, the whole car comes alive. Every window holds a movie, every lane begins to shine. When the first line plays, I remember every word, and the road beneath the headlights feels like somewhere in the song. I was only driving home, then the music changed the way. The whole evening moved around me when the first line played. Some songs know the roads we carry, some songs wait until we need one familiar little sentence to return us to ourselves. I have heard it in my bedroom, through old headphones late at night. But inside a moving car, it turns the whole world cinematic. No destination could improve it, no perfect view could make it more. The best part was the song beginning, while my hands stayed on the wheel. like somewhere I belong. I was only driving home. Then the music changed the way. Oh, the whole evening moved around me when the first line played. The final chord grows quiet. The street returns again. But I keep humming softly, waiting for the song to start again. The city starts to stretch across the window, one color at a time. Blue signs slide along the glass, red taillights divide the dark. Every building leaves a line, then disappears behind the car. Windows glow above the street like little rooms I'll never know. Tunnels gather all the light and send it streaming as we go. My face appears between the colors, fading in and out of view. For a moment I am nowhere, only passing through the blue. The wheels keep turning, the skyline bends. One light begins where another ends. I watch the city lose its shape and every thought starts drifting away. Lines of light running down the window, cold and white, moving with the road. Lines of light turning every mile into something soft and slow. The city keeps on shining, but nothing has to stay. I let the colors carry all my quiet thoughts away. Lines of light long across the glass. The night moves forward and I let it pass. Highways curve around the towers, silver rails beneath the signs. Headlights cross the concrete walls like constellations out of line. A rooftop screen becomes a river, green and violet, then it's gone. Every corner holds a picture, only visible while moving on. At the crossing, cars stand waiting, rows of red beneath the bridge. Then the signal frees the traffic and the whole horizon shifts. The road keeps flowing, the city turns, one color fades, another burns. I don't need answers, I only need this moving frame in front of me. Lines of light running down the window, gold and white, moving with the road. Lines of light turning every mile into something soft and slow. The city keeps on shining, but nothing has to stay. I let the colors carry all my quiet thoughts away. Lines of light long across the glass. The night moves forward and I let it pass. Somewhere in those distant windows, someone's ending someone's day. Someone's laughing in a kitchen, someone's watching traffic change. All these lives become reflections, just a second then they're gone. And I feel small and all the beauty still completely carried on. Maybe cities never sleep, they only change the way they glow. Maybe I don't need to know exactly where each light will go. Lines of move with it at last. Over every highway, little traces leading through the dark. No single light is waiting, still the city opens wide. One reflection after another, riding softly through the night. Gives it back again, one color after another, sliding past the glass.
The light turned red, and suddenly I thought of you. I rolled to a stop beneath the signal, one hand resting on the wheel. The cars beside me settled quietly, the whole street standing still. A red glow crossed the dashboard and painted softly on my sleeve. Then out of nowhere came your voice from some old corner of my memory. Not the last thing that you told me, just the way you paused and smiled. The detail I had nearly lost, returning after all this while. The city waited, so did I. The road was ready, but I was somewhere back inside a moment with you. While the light was red, you came back into my head, like a sentence left unfinished, like a word I never said. While the light was red, everything outside grew slow, and I wondered where you were and if you thought of me at all. The signal held the street, but you were holding me instead for a little while. While the light was red, bus moved past the crossing, someone hurried down the block. Everything around me carried on while every lane remained locked. I saw the table where we talked and how you smiled and looked away. Maybe I had missed the feeling because the hours moved too fast that day. Now the pause beneath the signal brought the smallest details back. Every little thing about you came returning through the glass. The cars were waiting, so was I. The world would move soon, but not quite yet. While the light was red, you came back into my head, like a sentence left unfinished, like a word I never said. While the light was red, everything outside grew slow, and I wondered where you were and if you thought of me at all. The signal held the street, but you were holding me instead for a little while. While the light was red, maybe missing someone happens in the smallest kind of space. Not at midnight, not in silence, but between one stop and change. The red light opened like a doorway, just enough to let you through. I almost reached toward my phone, then chose to keep the thought of you. Came back into my head, not as someone disappearing, but as someone I still wanted near. For one quiet intersection, I could feel you next to me. Then the signal changed to green, and the whole street started moving. But a little part of that red light kept carrying me back to you. The cars moved on, the road opened wide, but your memory stayed beside me for the drive.
Soft rain, wiper sweep, then disappear. Left, right, clear for a second. Rain begins in little circles, silver dots against the glass. Streetlights loosen into colors, every lane becomes a blur. The wipers move in steady measure, drawing windows through the gray. For a heartbeat I can see it, then the water takes the view away. Inside the car the world grows smaller, new to tires, soften sound. Only rain against the rooftop, and that rhythm moving back around. Left to right, the road appears. Left to right, it disappears. Nothing stays, but nothing ends. The rain returns, the glass clears again. Clear for a second, then the colors run. The city melts together every time the wipers come. Clear for a second, I can see the road. Then 1,000 little rivers start to gather and overflow. I keep moving through the weather while the night turns soft and slow. Clear for a second, then the whole world starts to glow. Sweep away, let it fall. One clean line across it all. Red lights spread across the pavement, gold reflections bend and shake. Passing headlights bloom like flowers in the water cars have made. Trucks in silver to the window, the wipers hurry for a while, then return to their slow pattern, keeping time across the miles. Every drop becomes a picture, every picture slips from sight. Nothing sharp and nothing certain, only movement, rain and light. Left to right, the road appears. Left to right, it disappears. Every sweep makes room enough to see the lane and trust the dark. Clear for a second, then the colors run. The city melts together every time the wipers come. Clear for a second, I can see the road. Then 1,000 little rivers start to gather and overflow. I keep moving through the weather while the night turns soft and slow. Clear for a second, and the whole world starts to glow. Maybe peace can sound like this, a quiet engine under rain, a simple rhythm on the windshield, making order. Then again, I don't need the sky to open, I don't need the storm to end. There is comfort in the clearing, though it only lasts a breath. The glass will fill, the view will fade, the wipers cross and make a way. Clear for a second, clear for a second, clear for a second, then the colors turns clear. Rain returns. The road stays near. One more sweep. One more glow. The night keeps falling and I keep going.
No headlights behind me, no taillights ahead, only the road before the city wakes. 427 on the dashboard, the buildings hold their breath. Every shop is dark and sleeping, every crossing waits in red. White lines pass beneath the tires, even quiet one by one. The sky is still a shade of midnight, but the east has started changing. I keep both hands upon the wheel, the heater barely warm. There is no voice inside the cabin, only motion, road and dawn. No one asking where I'm going, no one telling me to stay. For a while the whole horizon feels like mine to take. Before the city wakes, I have every lane. The road runs straight and open through the blue before the day. Before the city wakes, I can hear myself again, with the engine low beneath me, and the morning far ahead. No crowd, no rush, no reason to be anywhere but here. I keep driving through the silence before the city wakes. An overpass becomes a shadow, then falls behind the car. A single light above a warehouse fades beneath the paling stars. The signals change for empty streets, though nobody is near. I pass through green without a hurry, like the road has made it clear. A paper cup rests by the console, cooling with the night. The window shows my own reflection, then gives it back to sky. Every mile becomes more weightless, every thought begins to slow. There is room between the moments on this road nobody knows. Before the city wakes, I have every lane. The road runs straight and open through the blue before the day. Before the city wakes, I can hear myself again, with the engine low beneath me, and the morning far ahead. No crowd, no rush, no reason to be anywhere but here. I keep driving through the silence before the city wakes. Maybe being alone is different when the world is still asleep. It doesn't feel like being lonely, it feels quiet, wide and free. I don't need to outrun anything, I don't need to disappear. I only need the road unfolding in the morning drawing near. The sky turns silver city wakes, the signs grow clear, the stars grow faint. One car appears far away. The city is beginning, but I still have this trace of the road that belonged to me before the city wakes.
But the song is not over yet. The turn signal clicks one final time. I ease the car beside the curb. The building waits beyond the glass, exactly where I'm meant to stop. I leave the engine running low, my hands relax above the wheel. The road is over for tonight, but something in the music isn't. My seatbelt stays across my chest, the dashboard paints the cabin blue. The final verse begins to rise, and I decide to stay with it. The door is closed, my keys are still, but opening it now would break the spell. So I stay here just a little more, until the last note reaches the floor. I won't get out until the last note fades, until the final word has nothing more to say. I've reached the place I was driving to, but for one more song, this car is still my room. The night can wait beyond the window glow. I won't get out until the last note goes. A porch light shines across the lot. A curtain moves on the second floor. My phone lies quiet by the console. The clock adds one more minute. I could step into the evening, but the chorus isn't finished. The singer holds a fragile line. The instruments grow soft and thin. I barely breathe inside the car, as if the ending might begin again. The wheels are still, the drive is done, but leaving now would feel too soon. The world outside can wait a while. I wanna hear the ending land, so I stay here with my hands at rest, letting every measure find its end. I won't get out until the last note fades, until the final word has nothing more to say. I've reached the place I was driving to, but for one more song, this car is still my room. The night can wait beyond the window glow. I won't get out until the last note goes. Maybe every journey needs a moment no one else can see. A little pause between arriving and stepping back into the world outside. Our doors and voices, rooms and ordinary light. Inside there is only music holding back the rest of the night. I don't need another mile, I only need this ending to stay with me a little while. Fasten the seatbelt, turn the key, open the the silence with me.